Are you ever in school and think about a shooting happening?
Yeah, especially when one has happened the day before and no one talks about it, or the mass ones that happen.
Across the country?
Yeah, across the country. It's scary going to school the next day and knowing that you could be next.
That's scary for a parent.
Sometimes it can feel like politics is just for the adults in the world, but every day politicians are making decisions about your life. Things like what your school looks like, or how good your healthcare is, or how safe your community is. So it's never too soon to get involved.
One of the most important things in everyone's life is their health. I'll take that.
Okay. Everyone wants their families to thrive and live their best lives.
And that's everything from the food we eat to making sure you get the health care that you need.
More and more we see that kids are living less healthy lives than they were 10 years ago. That's a big problem.
Yeah.
So we went to you guys to find out what you thought about health and healthcare.
Imagine the amount of money it would take to build Yankee Stadium with dollar bills. You would have to do that 6 times to equal the $4.3 trillion the U.S. spends on healthcare each year. 45 million Americans rely on the Affordable Care Act for health coverage. Trump thinks it's mismanaged, and he wants to replace it. But he hasn't said with what. While Harris wants to supercharge the Affordable Care Act, giving more families coverage, but taxpayers' piggy banks might take the hit. Flip the label. Nearly 60% of foods are packed with ingredients that sound more like chemistry class than dinner. American fast food fries have 11 ingredients, while in England, they only have 4. What is in our fries? With obesity affecting 1 in 5 American kids, both candidates have a plan for healthier America. Trump calls his Make America Healthy Again. And Harris wants to make healthy food cheaper at grocery stores. In the 2024 election, nutrition and healthcare are the bread and butter of the conversation.
We're going to get toxic chemicals out of our environment, and we're going to get them out of our food supply. We're going to get them out of our bodies.
The quality of our food is very important to my family and I because we don't want to be eating things with lots of chemicals in them that are going to make us feel sick.
I went to Europe over the summer, and I went to this one restaurant after we land, and their nuggets, they just tasted more real than here in America. Here it tastes like chemicals.
When we talk about healthcare, for too long people have acted as though the body starts from the neck down. Well, what about the healthcare we need from the neck up? And so mental health care is important, but we gotta put the resources into it.
Oh my gosh, what I would tell a politician about kids' health is their mental health. A lot of kids' mental health is not very good nowadays.
What you see on social media is that everyone has a perfect life, and that's not the case at all. Like, we all have our struggles and our ups and downs, and I think it's important to talk about that more.
A lot of people don't get help with their mental health because they're too scared to ask.
What we need to do is maintain and grow the Affordable Care Act.
I'd run it as good as it can be run.
Healthcare is one of those things that should already be affordable, if not free.
I know so many families who are struggling right now. As a person who grew up with my mom saying that we can't afford health care.
One time when I was younger, I split my head open, and it took my parents years to pay off the total cost.
Everybody should have access to health care and feel safe when they're in a doctor's room, not worrying about how much money this is going to cost.
I feel like that the healthcare system could maybe provide less drugs.
Yes.
And only do it when they need it.
Kamala Harris, she wants to make healthcare available for everybody. It's just really important for families to stay healthy, like mine.
So I really like Kamala's idea on putting more money and resources into mental health support for everyone.
Kamala Harris will create more resources at school. Like, my counselor, they check in with us, I think, like, once every month. Like, during one of our classes, they'll just call us down and they'll just check in. So I definitely think that that is a good aspect that they have at schools.
Hey, awesome kids, you may not vote yet, but keep asking questions, keep reading, and you'll be ready to help shape the world.
Learn about the candidates. Education is your superpower. Talk to your parents, have these conversations. It's so important.
It's going to change the next few years for us, so we want to make our voices heard. So get out there and vote this election season, everyone, okay? Peace.
Guys, ready?
Yes, sir.